My name is Jarrod Luty from Sugar Land, Texas. Do parkour and free running. I discovered parkour the summer after 8th grade. I've always been able to, flip and jump over stuff and climb and all this stuff. And, me and my friend, we just started doing flips one day, and it just became a normal thing. We just kept doing it, kept at it. We didn't even know this was a sport until we just started watching YouTube videos and, oh man, that's really cool, let's go try that outside. And, we've just been doing it ever since. My biggest inspiration or role model would probably be Arnold Schwarzenegger. As a kid, I always loved watching his movies. My dad watched all the old 80s movies and 70s movies and stuff like that. And, I didn't know who he was at the time. I just watched his movies, and then I started learning more about him, how he came to America and, became a professional bodybuilder, and he had a dream, to do that and become an actor, and he did that all by himself. It's not required to lift weights to become a better athlete. Mm-hmm. It's the training that you do, constantly repeating that every time that you go out and train is, working out those muscles you need to become a better athlete. A typical week of training would probably be, practicing about 3 hours in the gym, trying new things, working on harder tricks, things that, I wouldn't want to try outside at first, and then maybe a couple of days later give my body a break, to come back to normal. And I'll go out with some friends, and then if I feel confident enough to try it outside, then I'll try it outside. But if I'm not comfortable with it, I won't try it. What motivates me is becoming a better athlete. I would like to compete in an air whip in Sweden or Red Bull Art of Motion in Santorini. I would like to be good enough to qualify for those competitions and meet a bunch of new athletes and people that I look up to when I'm watching their videos. Like, man, I want to be just like that. I want to be, as dedicated and hardworking as an athlete. They worked hard in order to get there, to become that type of athlete, and that motivates me. My biggest injury was probably when I broke my wrist. This was about 2, maybe 3 years ago. I did a roll bomb off of a roof. It's basically like a roll off of something, and then in that roll you do another roll in midair. And I landed on my feet, but I put my hands on the ground, and that caused my wrist to just snap. I was about 15 years old. Biggest accomplishment would probably be a round off double back on grass, because that is something that I wanted to do for a very long time, but I just haven't had enough confidence to do it outside. It's not just a dangerous skill, but it's also a very hard skill. I just felt like that was a big accomplishment for me because I've wanted to do it for so long. I would say my biggest weakness is flow, that creative touch that a lot of free runners put into their tricks and their lines and stuff like that. That's just something that I need to work on throughout my training. Biggest strength, flipping in general. I can rotate anything as long as I'm confident enough to do it, like double backs. I can pull really hard and spin really fast, or really low backflip and get over my head, and even if it's like 2 feet on the ground. My friends and family, they all want me to pursue this because they see this not as only as a skill but as a talent, and they want me to use that talent as a career choice for me because it's very rare. Like in stunt work, not a lot of people want to do that type of stuff because of injury, and you could die doing it. I've also done things that I could have died doing it, but I don't do it unless I know for sure I can do it. Within the next 5 years, I hope to have been at least one professional free running competition, out of the country. Hopefully within that 5 years, I've been at least out of the country or traveled somewhere exotic and explored. Because I've never been out of the country before, and that's something that I've always wanted to do. And within the next 10 years, hopefully I will have my own gym where everyone can come if they want to do gymnastics or tumbling or dance or parkour or free running. A gym, where everyone can be creative with their movement and learn from people that also come to the gym. If I was giving advice to someone that would want to start, I would start with basic parkour skills, getting comfortable with their body, how it works and how strong they are, strengthening their body, getting ready for this because it is very conditioning sport. It just wears out your body real fast. master the basic skills before you start learning how to do flips and tricks and stuff like that. Try to find a gym where you can practice and be safe while you do it. It's hard to find places like that. I didn't start like that. I didn't have a place to start in a gym or anything like that. I started outside, and all I had was a mattress. Get a mattress, old mattress that you use. Keep it there for, safety precaution. Watch a lot of videos. A lot of YouTube videos help. I'm a visual learner. I learned by watching people, not telling me. It helped me a lot, learning new skills. And if I learn one skill and I'm trying to learn a new skill, I'll try to relate it. How is it the same, and how can I, visualize it as the same trick. Try to stay, as safe as I can while I'm doing it. It is a dream for me to open up my own gym and everything, but my main goal is to, inspire people and help them learn how to do this. My name's Jarrod Luty. I'm from Sugar Land, Texas. I love to do parkour and free running, and I just want people to experience that movement and, how openly free you can be with your body, and, just stuff like that,
You go. There's something strange between us. Oh, let me show you what you need to know. If you see me how I see you, it will show. I am waiting for a moment to tell you everything, but I didn't have the courage. I didn't do a thing. There was nobody around. Nobody, just me and you. I know we have got the courage to do the things we do. Hey there, what's that sound? Something is calling from underground. Hey, I didn't notice. Hey, I didn't notice. We're not slowing down. Something is calling from underground. Hey, I didn't notice. Hey, I didn't notice. What you need to know. If you see me how I see you, it will show. I am waiting for a moment to tell you everything, but I didn't have the courage. I didn't do a thing. There was nobody around. Nobody, just me and you. I know we have got the courage to do the things we do. Hey there, what's that sound? Something is calling from underground. Hey, I didn't notice. Hey, I didn't notice. Hey there, what's that sound? Something is calling from underground. Hey, I didn't notice. Hey, I didn't notice. We're not slowing down. Something is calling from underground. Hey, I didn't notice. Hey, I didn't notice.
I want to, explore and see the
the world from a different perspective because we're always on the ground.
You have to go through with all the way. You can't go through 90%. It has to be 100%.